Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to continue our hub series. In particular, we're going to be doing the Green Mire Grave quest. So our mission today is to go and recover the Green Mire Yari, which is a spear used by finesse weapon characters, and we're going to recover the Green Mire Yoroi Cuirass. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that stuff right, but a couple pieces of equipment. So I thank you for joining. Welcome. Let's go beat stuff up. Starting in Holtberg, we'll make our way to the facility hub. If you need a portal gem, you can get one from Flenrala in the tavern right there. She'll have a bunch on her. So as the lore goes, the Green Mire Grave quest, in the swamps outside Soushi, you'll find the resting place of the once great Green Mire warrior. You will need to discover a number of keys to use them to traverse his final resting place. So we'll talk to the warden here, and she'll tell us the same thing. She'll also mention that we'll need to take the two items to Hiro Ishigame in Soushi to get them repaired in order to get a reward. So prior to the introduction of the facility hub, the way you would get to this quest would be you would start in Soushi and you would work your way north across the river, and the Green Mire Grave is just across the river there. So when we hit the drop, the first thing you might notice is that there's 4 different directions we can go for each of the cardinal points. We're going to want to start and head south to begin with. As the warden mentioned, there's several keys that we're going to need to get, and so the first key that we'll need is going to be to the south, so we'll head in that direction. So it's been a bit since I've recorded this video, and so I don't remember my exact progression. I'm level 27, and I believe what I did is I completed the other two level 15 quests in the hub, and then I've also ran on multiple occasions the Othoi and the Tusker quests. So those have a 20-hour-ish timer on them, and I'm pretty sure I ran them several times prior to running the Green Mire Grave quest. So it doesn't take long to progress, especially if you do those Othoi and Tusker on a daily basis. I'm probably above the level that I really need to be at this point. In fact, I know I am. Sorry for the little seizure there. Got stuck in the corner. Probably above where I need to be. In fact, I know I'm above there. You can probably fairly easily run this quest at level 15 to 20. Most of the mobs you're gonna face are gonna be level 15. I think there's a couple at the end, some wisps that might be level 20, but mostly between 15 and 20. So we'll keep making our way around here to the large room at the end, and that's where we'll run into our first mob holding the first key. Alright, as you can imagine, the Drudge Slave key holder probably has the first key on him, and he does, a little bit on the nose. So we'll get the warrant key from him, and then in this room also there's two things. There's a chest, so we'll get this chest, and then in the back corner, which we'll see in a second here, there is also a note on the ground. Now I didn't pick it up. It's not critical to complete the quest. However, it does give you some information, a little hint on where you might be able to find the additional keys at. Alright, so the note states, note to self, dungeon found in Green Mire wherein Show Hiro was killed, now called Green Mire Grave. Don't know what lies in deepest levels. We must leave now. We'll come back and seek the other keys later. Surely some monster has picked up the key for the lowest door too. Dratted, wretched beasts. Alright, so as mentioned, it kind of gives an indication of where the other keys might be. As I mentioned earlier, when you first drop into this dungeon, there's 4 different directions we ultimately need to go. So one strategy is to actually portal tie. If you've got item enchantment magic and you've got portal tie spell learned, you can tie to this portal. So instead of running back to the beginning again, you could just recall back to the beginning of the dungeon. So that's one strategy. It's not a huge dungeon, so I'm not going to do it here. Not really too worried about it. But certainly something you can do. Okay, next we'll head north. When we enter the room up ahead, we're going to see another piece of parchment on the ground. So again, I didn't pick it up, and it's not critical to completion of the quest, but it does state 3 center rooms has Green Mire. Center rooms Green Mire has 3. You should first go up before you can go down, and remember to collect the keys. Continue to make our way around here until we get to that big room up ahead. That's going to be where our next key is at. So this braggart Moswort here is the one that's going to drop the short key. So we'll go ahead and drop him. We'll drop his buddy back there throwing stuff at us. And we'll collect our goods. There's not a whole lot left in this room here, just a couple of broken portals and a disgusting peppermint stick. Gross. Alright, we'll make our way back up to the front again. Next we want to head east. So if you portal tied and you dropped into the dungeon just now, you're gonna be facing the opposite direction that I was. I came from the north, so just make sure you're headed east. We'll go. So we went south, north, east, and then we'll finally go west. So here you come up to a set of like a kind of a grid-based set of rooms here. Since I'm trying to level and progress my character, I'm gonna kind of fight my way through here and take out all the mobs as I go. If you wanted to, though, you could just go straight. You can see that corridor there on the map. Just straight up to that corridor is where the first door, the first key that you'll use to unlock the door. But we're gonna just fight our way through here. This is the final resting place of the great show swordsman, which we'll probably see up there. He is. So we'll pour one out for our homie. There's also a piece of parchment in here that again gives kind of an indication of where of the lore of the place. So. Here's that piece of parchment, and it reads, "May our warrior rest in peace here in the Green Mire, in the dungeon where he bravely fought and died. May the dragon protect him, the unicorn bless him, and the firebird lead him to the highest heaven." So we'll make our way around this circle, and then we'll go ahead and head up the ramp here. And this door right here will be where we use the short key. So this will be the first key that we use. And this will be the short key. So just like the circle path below, it doesn't matter which way you take here, left or right, they end up intersecting to a single passage. So either way, we'll keep on making our way forward through here. We're actually trying to make our way to the Yari right now, so that will be the first item of the two that we're gonna collect. We'll continue up the ramp here. Up ahead, we're going to get hit with about 5 or 6 mobs. So at level 15, if you're doing this at 15, there is a level 20 shaman here. So you may want to target him first. He does hit pretty hard at level 15, so might be worthwhile to knock him out and then take out the rest of these guys. We'll grab this chest real quick, and then we'll continue our ascent to the final boss room where the Yari resides. We will be facing several shaman in the final room, so I'll go ahead and switch to fire arrows. They are susceptible to fire. At this point, I probably should have bumped up my accuracy. It's taking a lot longer to drop these shamans than it should. That's a me problem. Oh well, what do you do? Alright, so we're coming up to the final room here. I'm waiting for my pet to cool down. I am going to take this room ultra conservative. I'm level 27. I could probably just bum rush in here and drop everything, but kind of if you're level 15, this might be a way to play it a little strategically, using the wall as kind of a buffer or filter to prevent you know, the whole room coming at you. I did draw a few shaman here, but we'll drop these guys pretty quick, and then we'll move on and slowly kind of try to clear this room out. I'm trying to get that shaman's attention, and now I have it. We'll bring him out and let our pet work on him a little bit. So we'll send our pet in to work on this wisp. There's also I think it's a ravenous mosswort, I think is the mob that actually drops the next key that we need. Take him out. Not sure why I'm trying to knock these blinds over. It's not going to work. There we go. There's a ravenous mosswort. So this will be the one that drops the key we need. So we'll grab the large key off of him. And then we'll head over here to this corner where the chest that holds the Yari resides. So we'll use the worn key now on this one. And that'll open this chest. And we'll get the hell out of here. So at this point, having the portal tied to the portal out front may be beneficial. This is a bit more of a long run. Although you'll see in a second here, we'll be able to jump down. So where we had initially started our ascent, there is an opening that saves us a little bit of the run back. If you portal tie, then you won't have to fight these mobs that respawned. So something to keep in mind. If you got item enchantment and you got portal tie spell learned, it does make this dungeon go a little bit quicker. So right here to the west, if we look down, this is where we had started our ascent. We do have mobs respawning in, so we'll have to take these guys out. You can just jump down and attack them, or as an archer I can plunk at them from up here in relative safety. Just although I'm getting popped, not very much. Again, being ultra conservative, ultra cautious. Probably don't need to be at level 27, but if you're doing this at level 15, may want to be a little bit more cautious. Or just run your way out quickly, which is what a lot of people will do. Just haul ass back to the front. So now we want to go west, and we will go get the Cuirass down this way. And once we hit this divide here, the split, we'll want to go left, and then we want to go right. Easy to kind of get turned around in this section here. So we want to go, once we get rid of these mobs here, we want to go right and down, and then we want to go left before we start going back up. So go left, right, left. And if you look at the map, you can kind of see like a dollar sign. As long as you're going around the S, or an S or a dollar sign, as long as you're going around the top of the S like that, you're going in the right direction. So once we've made it around the top of the S and we've taken out these mobs, if you look, you kind of see a sideways H. If we go to the first branch here, this is where we're going to use our large key at. So it's that first leg of that H. We'll open up this door in which we get the simple key now. So that'll be the simple key we'll use next. So we'll make our way back around this S again, and this time we'll take the other side of it. So we'll swing around, and it kind of mirrors. It's a mirror of the other side, really. So we've got the top of the S here, and then we've got this kind of sideways H again. But at this point, we'll just continue straight ahead, so we don't need to worry about the branches at all of this H. We just go straight, and we'll run into the door that we'll then use the simple key on. So straight ahead here. I'll take out this shaman real quick. Now we'll go ahead and use our simple key on this door. As I've mentioned in previous videos, Asheron's Call has this kind of these fogs. You see here this greenish fog, and these kind of fogs indicating that you're getting close or on the right track to some location that you need to get to. In this case, we are at the final boss room, and we've got this Mosswort Overchief that we need to take out. So similar to how I did the Yari room, I pulled back a couple guys. I did aggro half the room, but pulled them back here and kind of trying to take them out in smaller groups. Didn't work out so well this time, but that's generally the idea. If you can, if you're lower level, it makes it a little bit easier. And then finally, we're going to grab, ignoring the fact that it's green, we're going to grab the silver key, and that'll open the chest that we need to get the Cuirass from. We do have to contend with a wisp right here. I'm not sure if there's any more mobs in this room or not. I don't recall. I guess we'll find out in a second. That was fairly anticlimactic. We got one more. Oh, nice dodge there, buddy. Couple more. Take these guys out real quick. We'll grab our loot and we'll go see Mr. Hiro. There is a trap here, a trigger trap. I don't think it does a whole lot of damage. It just casts slowness on you. You can try to skirt it or just walk into it like I did. Not gonna do a whole lot. Alright, let's go turn in. Oh, Hiro Ishigame is the guy we want to turn into. He is in Soushi. So we'll head here to the town network. We'll shoot on over to Soushi and we'll give him the goods to fix for us. That's probably the best sound in the game right there. Leveling sound never gets old. Alright, now that we've got the items repaired, we'll head back to the Warden and we'll turn these items in. And I will put a summary up on the screen of our total experience and items that we've gained from this quest. And with that, I appreciate your time, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one.